Stream King has returned. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. I said the Stream King has returned. We got to talk about it, people. I got my iced coffee. I'm feeling good. You know, shout out to Starbucks. Y'all need to start sponsoring the channel, though. Tom Schwartz. Schwarz? What we talking about? Oh my gosh. Smash the like button. What we talking about? Fiction or we talking about fact? You talking about fiction? Hold up. Pardon my back. Tom? Oh my gosh. You got to hit that hover laugh. That billionaire laugh. Oh, we got to talk about Tyson Fury. Let's do the roll call, though. Tom Schwartz. Dude. We got to hold this beat. It sounds like a video game or something. Ego, you the greatest YouTube boxing channel. All facts, no opinions. Well, I got opinions too, but you got to deal with. That's something you got to deal with. Call me Young Disney. Disney Ego. Young credentials. You know me. Rap for a nigga with his clapping ass. Blow a stack for you with his trapping ass. Tom Schwartz. Tom Schwartz. Coming up, coming down. Let's get it. Yeah. Tom Schwartz. Tyson about to fight up Tom Schwartz. We gotta talk about this. I ain't never heard of cuz like that. Let's do city, state, zip, area, at where you from? Columbus, gang. Tom Schwartz. Where y'all at, man? Wake the fuck up. The real is back. Hey. Fighter for Germany. I don't know when to. Listen. Fighter. Hold on, let me. Fighter from Germany. I'm about to do it. Surgery. I don't even know. Listen. We gotta talk about this Tom Schwartz. Where y'all at? I'm not seeing it in the comment section. City, state, zip. He fighting a fighter from Germany. And we about to perform a surgery. Gang. Tom Schwartz. Shout out to Columbus. That's what I'm talking about. 614. We're not starting the stream unless y'all hit the like button. Montreal, Quebec. That's what I'm talking about. And let me know where y'all from. It's very simple. Tom Schwartz. We about to blow a stack and call it Tom Schwartz. This is Tom Schwartz anthem and shit right here. I said, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm Tom, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. I said, this is that Tom Schwartz anthem. He said, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. Yeah, Tom Schwartz. Shout out to Ohio in the building. Berkeley 510, Showtime. Jersey, Tom Schwartz. Dallas, Texas. I'm just gonna say the name just to make y'all mad and make y'all sad, cause you know you're not running from this new media. All the best, fighting the best that Tyson Fury was all about during the last promotion has been flushed down the exactly. Tom Ford. Shout out to NO, New Orleans 504. We them 504 boys. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. New media. I said back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. Fort Wayne, Indiana, bro. You know, Michael Jackson from around that way. You know, he from Gary. Mike Epps, he from Indiana. I said we gonna pace it like the Pacers. You know, I'm Reggie Miller in the clutch. Pull up with the 3. Oh my, let me stop, bro. Man, what I say stick out like Reggie Miller is. And y'all about to be punch drunk. That's Miller Beers. I got that steel reserve for the 211. Shout out to Arizona. We just having some fun warming up the mic. Fucking with it. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. Yeah, I said they all on me. They want to be like New Media so bad. They got some cool beats on YouTube. This shit like a baby SoundCloud and shit. But yeah, man, we about to talk about this. Come in, smash the like button if you will. Oh, this shit sound like it might be dope. Shout out to the 504 New Orleans in the building. You heard me? Yeah, man. Shout out to my hot boys down south in the boot. Like Jared Ennis from the boot. We on that Birdman shit. What happened to that boy? I ain't gonna say it no more. This beat had potential, but I'm not feeling it. I hate that when a beat start off like, oh shit, this gonna be the one. You know, when you think the beat really gonna be the one, and then it's not. This is classic though. Oh yeah, we gonna talk about this Tyson Fury. He about to fight at ESPN Plus against a guy named Tom Schwartz. Ain't nobody ever heard of him. He said Deontay Wilder gotta up his U.S. profile, but he fighting a motherfucker from Germany that nobody has ever seen. And we gonna talk about this. This is W Balls, and you're dealing with DJ Easy Dick on the station that slaps you across the motherfucking face with a big fat ass. Duh. Let's get it. Mr. King Palmer. He got the 4 in the palm of his fucking hand. Let's get it. I'm the fucking man. Salute, Ego. We working. Tyson Fury, we gotta talk about it. The Zone hiking up the prices. New Media. I'm Disney, Ego. What y'all want from me, man? This the real one. Easy work. What they want from me. I told you, I got the livest live stream. We got the entertainment on deck. Everybody hit the DECK. My slow flows remarkable. You know, we got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of... Why would I... Little black champ. A little bit chaotic with this beat. Hold on, let me run it back. Why would the black... Why do the blacks like... Let Tyson Fury get a bag. We having fun with this game, bro. Why do the blacks, man? Let Tyson Fury get a bag. Yeah. Let's talk about it. I'm ready. So it was officially revealed. I made a video about it for you in case you didn't see, in case you was wondering. Tyson Fury officially announced that he's going to be facing, drum roll please, Tom Schwartz. Who the fuck is this? Who is Tom Schwartz? Like, bro, that sound like a superhero's government name. Like, you know, like when he's off duty and he just goes, you know, Clark Kent, Steve Rogers, Captain America, just fucking Tom Schwartz. Who is that, bro? Where did ESPN even top rank all them? Aram? Like, who do you know in this world that hooked this up? You know what I'm saying? Like Bob Aaron just picked up his phone. Hello, patch me through to Germany. I want to talk to Tom Schwartz. Like, who is this guy, bro? Robert Singleton, my Wolverines on that Sweet 16. Hashtag Eagles Army. Let's get it. We got all the bars. He said he's the one that killed Iron Man's parents. Yeah, fucking Tony Stark versus Tom Schwartz. Sounds like a bootleg cologne or something. Like, who is Tom Schwartz? Fucking motherfucker to make watches and shit. You know, why get Hublot and Schwartz when you can get Tom Schwartz? Like, who is this, man? Listen, Tyson Fury, he conned people. Like, you know, he had people really thinking some other stuff. Like, he was, oh, he built different. He's not about that. He's about this. You know, he's one of the good ones, man. And now his first fight with ESPN is a dud. You know, and I'm not gonna disrespect the Tom Schwartz. He's just caught in the crossfire. He didn't do nothing. He just, you know, a guy from Germany trying to make his way. And this is what happened. So this ain't about Tom Schwartz. He didn't do nothing. Like, of course, he, you know, biggest opportunity, fight in America. You know, some people would love, some people may never even been to America. They just want a plane ticket here, you know. And then on top of it is their profession and opportunity. You know, maybe he thinks he can beat him. Who knows? But this some bullshit. This some bullshit. You know, it's so bad that, just go look at the comment section, right? It's so bad that people who were pulling and riding, this is how you know it's really bad. Like the man fans I'm talking about. Man, block this motherfucker, bro. Why y'all letting this Pit Farah life after? Yeah, you gonna see the life after. Get him out of my chat, bro. This is the same dude that hacked my shit before. Get him out of here before he start doing that weird shit, bro. Yeah, we gonna search your funeral arrangements on Google. What you talking about? Get him out of my chat. If we have any shooters in the, I see them. Pit Farah, show him the life after. We gonna give you life after. Biggie album. Thank you. Like, shooters, y'all gotta be on this, because, bro, this is the same dude that hacked my shit and had my shit going berserker barrage. Remember, I was in New York doing a regular stream talking about Wilder, and then my shit, they started putting the same thing. This, like, that's some Momo challenge shit or something. I don't know what the fuck they doing, bro. Get these dudes out of here. Y'all gotta be on it, man. Shout out to Prophet_HD. He said gangrene ego. That sound kind of like fucked up though. I mean, I like the, like, I know what you're talking about, army green, but it sounds like I'm giving y'all diseases and shit. But Fury knows he would have lost to Wilder in the rematch. ESPN knew too. That's why they suggested he fight someone else. The other thing is this. You notice if you have the complexion for deprotection, they want to give you every opportunity to succeed, every opportunity to, you know, put your best foot forward. You know how there's other fighters, like, they get like calls the last minute, you know, 2 weeks before the fight, so they really have to just make the contracted weight and all types of bullshit. But they're giving Tyson Fury all this money, and they're trying to give him as much of an opportunity to succeed versus Wilder. Like, you know, as if you wait another fucking year, you know, they're hoping like Dominic Breazeale or Deontay Wilder's next opponent could either maybe beat him, and then, you know, they could say, oh, why should we go after Wilder? Or even show elements of damage or vulnerability, things like that, to the point where you're like, okay, we're more confident. We got, you know, 2 in the books without fighting a dangerous puncher, you know, somebody without experience who's not going to get us, you know. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. This is my personal opinion. Ego, I said this. I did this to you. My personal opinion is this. That Wilder power is a motherfucker. I ain't never been hit by the dude, but it's a motherfucker because it's made people cheat. They putting meldonium and, you know, Flintstones vitamins dipped in like sulfuric acid. You know, they doing all this extra shit to fight Wilder. Like, you can't just eat some bananas and, you know, chicken and rice, like, get your protein you know, Greek yogurts, natural things. They taking meldonium. You know, they having adamantium implanted into their hands, all types of shit. You know, they going to see Peter Pan in Neverland to talk to that fairy, you know, with Tinkerbell. You know, they doing all types of stuff to beat this man. That's one issue. People are cheating, not once, but it's happened multiple times. People have literally, with Wilder, it's been 3 people who have had stuff in their system with scheduled Wilder fights that wasn't supposed to be in their system for whatever reason. Luis King Kong Ortiz, obviously Povetkin, you know, and then there's a Polish fighter. The whole Gerald Washington fight came about as a result of that. So motherfuckers, there's 3 people that I could think of off the top, and there might even be more, right? But at least 3 people who have had stuff in their system that they weren't supposed to, aka cheating, you know. Then you have Tyson Fury, who stepped up, which we all gave him credit for. All was liking it, the singing at the press conference. Oh yeah, it's you know, sweet home Alabama. Like that karaoke shit, all that shit is a dub now. Nobody cares about it. All these little cute one-liners and, you know, cool, and, you know, chat shit get banged, dosser. That stuff is a dub. Nobody cares about that. That stuff that is not impressive anymore. It was funny at first, you know, when you were doing the right thing career-wise, but now, you know, nobody's going to take that stuff seriously. Yeah, they doing the Steve Rogers super soldier serums and shit. I'm not even going to go into what happened with Joshua and the runaround he got, you know, bullshit flat fees, you know, and shit like that. So it's evident to me that Wilder can't get no serious work on an even playing field. Well, you know, Joseph Parker, all these people fought Joshua, had no problem getting percentages, you know, had no problem, easy negotiations. All of a sudden, Wilder negotiates with Joshua, a fight he's claiming he wants, you know, especially now. And it's, no fantasy contract. My reality is mine, you know. It's 12 million. We're just going to guess it. Listen how stupid fans sound, the man fans. I told you, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying him. I'm destroying him. I fucked his wife. I'm fucking him in the game. I'm destroying him. Little by little, these dudes can't coexist with these arguments, these man fans. Let's break it down. Just last year, a lot of you guys said that Deontay Wilder was an idiot for not taking $12.5 million. A year later, based on fighting Ortiz, based on fighting Tyson Fury, based on doing little TV shows with his girl and building and enhancing his profile, right? Going viral with, like, you know, the Undertaker shit and Fury, all this stuff, the press tour. Wilder has built his brand. Now these motherfuckers offering him $20 million to fight, $40 million to fight, $40 million to fight. That's $100 million. Stop playing with me, Smokey. So DAZN, a year later, the same company that's in cahoots with Eddie Hearn, offered Wilder $20 million to fight one first fight that wasn't going to be Joshua, presumably his mandatory that he is fighting on Showtime. DAZN offered him $20 million for that. So how was he not shortchanged if now, a year later, DAZN is offering $20 million for a Dominic Breazeale level fight? But let Eddie Hearn say, last year he said, I'm great with numbers. There's no guarantee this does 100 million. So 12.5 million is the number. Even after they got embarrassed with the $50 million offer, they came back with a counter offer, whatever you want to call it, improved offer of $15 million. So you mean to tell me that a Dominic Breazeale fight in 2019 is worth $5 million to $7.5 million more than AJ versus Wilder was last year, just last year? So all of you fucks that said that Wilder was an idiot for not taking $12.5 to $15 million, you guys look like the idiots. He would have been ripped off, because if you can fork over the cash and splurge and come out with the amount of money to give $20 million for Dominic Breazeale, surely a Wilder versus Joshua for undisputed heavyweights, championship of the world would be worth more than Dominic Brazil. So these motherfuckers got to pay like they weigh. Shout out to Brazil. I love y'all. They got to pay like they weigh. DAZN just a year later is offering him more for the introductory first fight, not Joshua, a Dominic Brazil level opponent. They're offering him more than Eddie Hearn offered for Joshua, who has 4 belts and this amazing resume, is what he tells people. So how is that fair? How is that right? What's changed? You know, Wilder was the same dude last year that he is this year. So you guys are lying once again. You know, you were undercutting him to begin with. Listen, Deontay Wilder said he watches my channel. I hope he's watching right now. You did the right fucking thing, staying put, remaining a free agent, and playing the field. Don't let these motherfuckers get you. You know? As a black man in America, don't let them get you. Right? And I know that offends people. And if you're offended, good. Because I still don't give a fuck. Eminem voice. Don't let him do that to you. You know? You mean to tell him his worth was 12.5 million to 15 million flat? It wasn't like a pay-per-view incentive. Back end money. Just last year for Joshua, undisputed. And then fast forward, DAZN offering Golovkin, you know, $40,000 million to fight Brandon Adams, rumored, you know, for Tyson Fury to fight Schwartz. He's allegedly involved in $108 million. Wilder made the right decision. You know, all these other fighters from foreign lands, you know, come and get cashed out from American companies to fight in America. And you want Wilder to sell his soul, so to speak, for a cash out flat fee. But everyone else is getting incentivized, and Golovkin got equity with DAZN. Golovkin has Triple G promotions. You know, is DAZN going to let Marcellus Wilder fight whenever Wilder wants him to fight on DAZN platform? You know, or are you just trying to give the extra perks for Golovkin? You know, Golovkin is older than Wilder, right? He's coming off of a loss. Nobody did what Canelo did to Wilder, you know, because at best you could say Tyson Fury was outboxing him. Everyone else got slaughtered. Bermane Stiverne in the first fight, he got beat every round. And then in the second fight, don't even, you know, we already know what happened there. His dread ponytail was in the ring and shit. You know, had Steve Willis or whoever making all them faces. You know, they should never let, they should never let Steve Willis. Nah, I'm not hating like that, but they shouldn't let him ref no Wilder fights, because actually they should, because I can't wait to see Steve Willis's face when Wilder punched some of these dudes fucking teeth out. You know, Steve Willis be making that. Motherfucker don't even be reffing some of the rounds. He just be watching, eating popcorn. Motherfucker be making them faces. Shout out to Steve Willis, a real one. I fuck with Steve Willis. Motherfucker be with the fake. Listen. Anytime Steve Willis referees a fight, cancel them 3 judges. Steve Willis lets you know everything you need to know. We don't even need judges for Steve Willis's fights. If he's reffing, get rid of the 3 judges. Because Steve Willis, his facial expression is going to let you know who the fuck is getting beat the fuck up. We don't even need judges. We don't even need judges to score rounds, because if Steve Willis is reffing, you could tell what's happening. You know, I was watching Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, and Danny was like, "Bow!" And then Sean Porter, you know, he licked shots. I was watching motherfucking Triple G versus David Lemieux. Triple G was feeding, hey, no, guy, you know, David Lemieux's mohawk was flying everywhere, and Steve Willis was like making all these faces. We don't need no judges. Steve Willis letting us know what up. Man, y'all need to pay Steve Willis extra as well, because he entertaining as fuck. I like them faces. I like the refs. The refs, there's a lot of good guys. I like Steve Smoger. Steve Smoger will let you die in there. He be like, you wish to continue, motherfucker's head be severed and shit. And Steve Willett, so they be like the Ichabod Crane, headless horseman. They be holding their head like the fucking fighter punched their dome off like Mortal Kombat. And they be holding their head, and then Steve Smoger, do you wish to continue? Like, what you mean? That motherfucker holding his head, bro. Ichabod Crane. You asking if you want to continue. Steve Smoger, you know you getting your ass whooped when he kiss you. When the ref kiss you, you like, that's it. That's it. Meet a puppy. That's it. It's over. No mas. Like, Steve Smoger, he give you that kiss of death when you getting your ass whooped. Like someone feeding you in your head. And then Smoger would just come in, just kiss you. That's that kiss of death. That means it's over. Like, nah, bruh. You getting destroyed out here. Your family in the front row watching you get splattered. Shout out to Smoggy. I don't know if Smoger's retired. I ain't seen him. Most of the rap, Lawrence Cole and Draculich, they be wildin'. Draculich look like Dracula. That motherfucker look like the Count. 1, two, like he really reminds me of Dracula. Like, that motherfucker hella tall. He be coming, he be rising from being between rounds and shit. This dude a vampire, bro. Motherfucker. Round 2 begin, motherfucker. Oh shit, this is Dracula. This is Bram Stoker. This motherfucker. What? Anyway, yeah, man. It's crazy in boxing. But yeah, people telling Wilder he needed to take 12.5 million flat. Just the year later, he only fought 2 people since that time, and now they're offering him more to fight Dominic Brazil. And you guys told him he was a 5 to 6 times your biggest pay. See, that's what happens. They think you dumb. They just try to, you know, throw you some cash. And Bob Arum even told you the game. Hey, block 4 in Oxus. Block him. Hold on, he's gonna hack into this shit. I promise you. This is what it said. These motherfuckers like The Ring or something. Bro, if you see, listen. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. If you see these people talk about look up this word or screen is locked, block them. Shooters, listen to me. If you see people come in here and they're saying that, I don't care if it's a fan or whatever, if they say screen is locked, I don't know what it is with that combination of words, block them. Because last time it was like screen is locked, and then a whole bunch of like robots or some shit. iRobot came in and then fucked my chat up, and my shit was hacked. So if you see that, shooters, block those people immediately, because they're like bots and shit trying to hack into the chat. We got a good thing going, you know. It's gonna make a lot of people mad, so they try to disrupt it, you know, disconnect us. Shit like that. Shooters, I need y'all on it because I got a lot to talk about, you know, and I'm not here for the fuckery. Anyway, if y'all could smash the like button. See, exactly. Nelson said, LOL, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, last time. That's what I'm saying. It was like, hey, screen's locked, oh, screen locked. And then there's a million messages saying the screen's locked, and my shit was getting jammed up, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Block Ruben Guerrero. You think shit's sweet? We got you. You playing games. I'm not playing. You the only one playing games. Block Ruben Guerrero. You guys like this guy? I'm not playing with you. Block Ruben Guerrero. We making examples out of all of you. I don't listen. I do good. You know, we cool. You know, I don't need the dumb shit here. You know. Like I said, people are like, oh, just listen to what people say. Oh, Ego blocks everybody. How am I making a living, though? If I block everybody, the motherfuckers must be coming back or something. you know, because I'm traveling to more places. What are we talking about? So I block everybody, but still getting views? No, we block the bullshit out. SPF 30, motherfucker, you getting blocked. We block all them UV rays and shit. Copper tone, motherfucker. I'm the block king. You blocker. Yeah, man, they came in like stressing and fucking up my chat. But anyway, I don't know. It's just amazing what we see in the double standards in this boxing game. People acting like Wilder should have took the money. Oh, he's silly. This is 5 to 6 times your biggest pay. But look at it now. He bet on himself again. You know, bet on himself, and now the money went up. So he would have been, in hindsight, he would have been a fool. And there's a lot of people who don't understand business. Exactly. They trying to stop Ego's truth because they know it's the truth, and they know we coming, and they know it's Death Row East, and they know my dude Renee Box Young said, "What's good, Big Ego? Straight working, new media. Shouts out from Mexico. I love y'all out in Mexico. I appreciate you, really, from the bottom of my heart. Mexico, definitely a dope place." Last time I went to Mexico, though, the weather was like hot, but it was raining like cats and dogs. I was like, what is this? Like this that new weather. Y'all got that new weather down here. That shit was crazy. That was like, it was so humid. It was hot as fuck, and it was just pouring down rain. I'm like, dope. Motherfucker, I had short sandals, a turtleneck, and an umbrella. I didn't know how to dress, bro. Mexico got me. I didn't know what to wear. You know, I had a fucking trench coat and Daisy Dukes on. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, bro. And I'm not pausing that because I don't have to. I'm boxing ego. I'm not pausing. I'm not going to pause that. I'm just going to leave it there. And I said it. Oh, well. I had Daisy Dukes on. I nared my legs. And I had a trench coat. Pea coats and shit, bro. I ain't never experienced that. I need to go to Mexico. It's real humid. Mexico has like, Florida has weird weather like that too. You know, where it's like, it's like hot and stuffy, but it'll like rain too. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you look at her, they have hurricane. We don't, like California, we don't really have hurricanes. You get what I'm saying? The places like, you know, certain natural disasters typically affect other areas because the weather goes like crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like too much happening. My dude Kari tried to do me like Pee Wee Herman. He said that sound like adult theater freakware, like I'm Paul Rubens or some shit. No, Donnie, not without my bag. Like, I am not Paul Rubens. What the fuck? No, Donnie. They don't deserve any reward. Like, you try to Pee Wee Herman me. Y'all shady, bro. Anyway, yeah, the same people. Just listen to how I didn't get to see Oakley's fight, but I heard he got to stop his. Shout out to that man. I want to see him and Dillian White fight. They keep talking shit and talking about sparring. But here, I got to talk about this heavyweight stuff. I got stuff to get off my chest. This is the thing with the Wilder situation. You notice it. A lot of people that are requesting certain things of certain people, it's never consistent. It's never consistent. I've been to Papa's and Beer. I've been to, you know, just different spots. But anyway, the people there, it's not consistent. That's the thing. That's the biggest issue. You know, they target certain people and have standards, but it only applies to certain people, aka double standards. That's what the biggest issue here. If you had a rule and it applied for all fighters unilaterally, and I'd be like, all right, whatever. That's how you feel, you know. But we know that's not the case. You know, motherfuckers telling Errol Spence, oh, move up to middleweight. Why you fighting little Mikey? But then they want Errol Spence to move up from 147 to 160 to fight Canelo. That's retaliation. That makes no fucking sense. So you're mad Mikey moved up 2 weight classes, even though he asked for the ass whooping. He asked for the Errol Spence fight. He said he's stronger. He said he's bigger or faster or whatever he was saying. He said he could beat the man and he's better in every category. He said he's going to beat him 12 rounds. And then now that he lost 12 rounds out of 12 rounds, you're mad. So you want Spence to travel up to 160 where Canelo already has a good and dangerous fight in Daniel Jacobs. Doesn't make any sense. So block Zabuza Momichi. I'm telling you, these hacking motherfuckers, block him. It's the same. If you see anyone say that, or if you see anyone said the screen lock, block them. Block them, please. It's that, like I said, nobody else in boxing goes through more shit than we do because they trying to stop the message and they know it's live stream. So they come with all these little games and, you know, they don't run the show. We run the show. We talking about Fury's new opponent right now is horrible. It's like, you know, I don't know. I can't even like overly judge Tom Schwartz because I haven't really seen him. But the little I have seen of him was terrible. People talk about Wilder lacking technique. He didn't look like a technical guy either. And he's an inch shorter than Wilder. He don't have power like Wilder. He's not a champion like Wilder. He's never fought in America where they're promoting this fight, you know. Horrible. Shout out to London. Appreciate you guys in the UK for holding me down. Yeah, man. It's just like the stuff is, the messages aren't consistent. Smash the like button if you guys could. The messages aren't consistent. People telling Wilder he should have took 12.5 million and it's 5 to 6 times his biggest payday just last year. They were saying this just last year, right? And then now he's being offered more money by doing it his way, by betting on himself. Wilder is doing the right thing. You know, the day after, literally, you can't make this stuff up. I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. I seen Wilder, you know, and a few days after I seen Wilder in the press conference, DAZN hikes up their price by 100%, doubles it. Overnight, boom, just like that. Meanwhile, you know, ESPN Plus, which I am now an affiliate for on the channel, you can sign up through me. The link is in the descriptions of my videos. ESPN is offering, you know, their fights, including UFC and including boxing and, you know, different baseball, MLB and shit for $4.99. So what we talking about? You guys let me know. And people are saying, oh, Wilder should have took 12.5 million. The money keeps going up. All he has to do is keep his stock high, like I told you. Keep winning, keep knocking fools out until you get the big fights. And then, you know, the more you do this stuff, while there's bullshit and politics and, you know, things are going on, the more it's going to like just listen to this. Wilder's and Joshua, but we'll use Wilder for starters. Wilder's in a position to impress a lot more than Tyson Fury is based on their next opponents, right? Showtime, people already have Showtime, etc. So if Wilder knocks out Dominic Breazeale, especially shockingly or in a better fashion than Anthony Joshua. I don't remember the Joshua fight. Like, I remember watching it. Joshua won every round. I don't remember the exact round it ended, but I want to say round 7 through 9, it had the knockout. You get what I'm saying? Like, he knocked him out later in the fight. If Wilder can go and, like, knock him out sooner or more viciously, his mandatory, just like he did his other mandatory, Bermane-Stavern 2, then he's going viral again. And I'm going to help him on my outlets to do that if he has a good performance, you know? People are going to be talking about it. Tyson Fury is in a position where his opponent is not known. No one knows. And see, this is the bullshit we talk about. Block XX Soul E Gal C. Shooters, get on them. I'm not playing. It's the same dude. These are the same people that hacked my shit last time. Block all that dumb shit because they're trying to stop the message, but that don't work anymore. We're already hip to you. Shooters, you know, I need y'all to step up in this stream. They just keep coming back to my shit with the same bullshit. You know, let them play the games. We're not playing the games. Shooters, if you see that same message, go look at what XX Soul said. If you see that same message or someone talking about screen lock, block them. Because those are the same motherfuckers that hacked my shit last time. They didn't hack into my account, but, you know, they were able to jam up the signal or whatever. Anywho, back to what I was saying. We're not going to get derailed here. That's what I told you. I got the livest live stream. That's why you see all this other dumb shit happening. You know, people keep coming back relentlessly trying to stop what we doing. It don't work. We too strong. Anyway, Wilder has more of a chance to impress. You know, there's a barometer fight and a mandatory that he has to fight at some point. He would have had to fight him. And if he executes the game plan and, you know, beats him better than Joshua or beats him in crazy fashion, then he rises. Meanwhile, Tyson Fury is fighting a guy that nobody even knows. You know, nobody even knows them. And, you know, he didn't, just from the eye test, from doing a little bit of research, he doesn't look like he's at the level. He doesn't have the experience. So what does Tyson Fury gain? You know, ESPN's putting on this card. How many people are going to show up? He's not an American fighter. The guy he's fighting is not an American fighter. It's not just about two Americans fighting. People will show up if the fight's good. You know, Canelo's not from Mexico. I mean, he's not from America. He's from Mexico. Golovkin's not from America. But because it's a good fight, Americans will show up. You get what I'm saying? But this is a fight that Tyson Fury stylistically, plus this Tom Schwartz guy, you know, nobody knows enough about him to where that. And then, you know, it's actually shocking because Top Rank, like, I just gave him credit for this. They're usually pretty good about this. I think the location is weird. Like, this don't seem like a Las Vegas fight. You know, I don't know if they're just banking on tourists, but you can't fight Wilder, you know, and then fight Tom Schwartz. That don't seem like a Vegas fight. Even at the Thomas and Mack Center, that need to be at Thomas and McDonald's. You know, at the playpen or whatever it's called, McDonald's play. That don't seem like a fight that is really, you know, a fight that's really a Vegas fight. Remember, Triple G, they took him out of Vegas when Canelo failed his drug test, and then the fight was, you know, Varnes Matarosen, because they knew you kind of wasting your money. So I don't know. Top Rank's been in the business longer than me, so maybe they feel like they can make a profit there. But the reception I've heard for the fight hasn't been good, so we'll see how that plays out. Like I said, those little things, that's just supplemental points that, you know, just little things I'm making. I don't care if it's successful, it's successful, but the response hasn't been good that I've seen. You went from Deontay Wilder to Tom Schwartz. You know, there's other heavyweights out there. Like, I mean, anybody. Real talk. I'd rather see you fight Gene Wilder from Willy Wonka. What are we talking about, bro? Fucking Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder and shit. So, I don't know. I just think the opponent selection is damaging to everything that Tyson Fury said he stood for. This X-Nays, you know. You can't talk about Wilder. Oh, he's a bum dosser, and, you know, Anthony Joshua, chat shit get banged. He's a wooden top. They're both fighting better people than you. The other thing is Tyson Fury's running around with the lineal crown and lineal champion. This is the thing. This is the problem with it. There's clearly no standard for the lineal championship, you know, versus Wilder can't fight somebody, you know, in the bottom 200 as a champion. Joshua can't fight as a multi-belt champion, somebody in the bottom 200. But the Tom Schwartz on BoxRec was ranked like 40th or 41 or some shit. Tom Schwartz wasn't even the #1 ranked heavyweight in Germany. So he's German, and he was ranked like 5 or 6. You're not even the illest person from where you from, let alone the world. So you know, they said he's on in some sanctioning bodies. They looked at this. This is what the matchmakers do. I promise you. They look in the sanctioning bodies. They go through names, even if they haven't heard them. You know, they look at the top 10, top 15 names or whatever, And then they're like, oh, who's Tom Schwartz? Then they probably go to YouTube, try to look for him. Oh yeah, he's garbage. Okay, yeah. And then they look at the style matchup. These matchmakers don't even know who he is, because who knows outside of Germany? How would you even have known about this guy? He hasn't fought one single soul that had a warm body that the heavyweight division has known. So this is what they do. And then now what they do is they justify it by he's undefeated, because they, in their opinion, in their mind, this is the old way of promoting, you know, it looks good. Like, okay, in the blue corner, we have the undefeated Tom Schwartz with a record of 19-0, you know. So they think that's the selling point, is because he's undefeated. Listen, it's so pathetic that they would choose an opponent like this coming off the Wilder fight, that the selling point is that he's undefeated and he's 6'6". They keep saying that. Listen to it. Tyson Fury's like, oh yeah, he's an undefeated fighter from Germany and he's 6'6". When have you ever seen a heavyweight fight and the major talking point of what that person brings to the table is their height? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was the fighter and I'm about to fight Lennox Lewis, I'm not like, yeah, I'm fighting Lennox Lewis. He's a guy from the UK and he's 6'5". You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody would say that. But they don't know anything about this dude. He's not renowned for anything. So they're trying to use the fact that he's a big guy or a tall guy as the selling point. I see all the tricks. You ain't never seen a heavyweight fight where the main talking point, like let's say you went and got a Dyson vacuum, and then the Dyson, they're going to try to give you the premier features of the vacuum. They'll be like, oh, this, you know, the suction power is this, you know, it's strong enough to pick up this, and it has an easy remove, detachable head and extension wand. They're going to give you the best features. You know, they're not going to be like, hey, spend $600 for this Dyson vacuum. It's $599. And the cord is 2 inches longer than most vacuum company. You know, that's not a major selling point. It's a heavyweight division. We expect tall guys. You're fighting a guy 6'6", that's what's up. But he's 6'6", and nobody knows who the fuck he is. You know? So they don't even know much about him themselves. That's why they're saying, oh, he's 6'6", though. You know, like that's a major... Like people are going to be like, oh, man, I got to get tickets now. He's 6'6". Well, guess what? Tyson Fury's 6'10", 6'11". So, you know, what does 6'6" have to do with it? He's still smaller than Fury, you know, and he's still more inexperienced than Fury. Bad move, man. You know, Brian Jennings, I'm glad. Like, I don't want to see him coming off a loss and then have to take on a tough fight without being able to, you know, recover and rest up and stuff. So, and that's my dude. But that would have been a better fight. Even though he's coming off of that's how bad it is. Even though he's coming off a stoppage loss, it would have been a better fight than a guy who's undefeated. Because we at the very least, coming off a stoppage loss, we know that not everyone has stopped Brian Jennings, including Klitschko didn't stop him. You know, and we know his character. We know who he is and what he's at. I'm not saying that's the prime fight. Same thing with Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker does have 2 losses or so, but he hasn't been stopped. He has a punch, and he, you know, since he lost to Dillian White, came back and got a knockout, things like that. So we at least know more about these guys. Even though they have recent losses in their last 5 fights or so, we know more about them. So you're not going to just fool me and bamboozle me because the guy is 6'6" and undefeated, you know? So this was, to me, this was the wrong move for Tyson Fury. Block Leo 1227. You see, they always come to my shit. That's how you know we popping. Shooters, get on it. I'm telling you, if you see that, block them. They're desperate. They're desperate to try to invade what we doing, but we a fortress. So, yeah, man, it just, what do you mean ego is that bad? Is what that bad? I mean, have you heard of Tom Schwartz? Like, it's so bad that the fans aren't even defending it. I'm seeing fan comments like, hey, I thought you beat Wilder and I'm a huge fan, but I can't support this. You know? So that's how you know bad, when your own fan base is telling you, like people, man fans, that if it was anyone slightly remotely better, they would have defended it. There's nobody even trying to justify. The only thing I'm seeing is, oh yeah, Tyson Fury, he deserves it, man. Get your money. That's what they're saying. Stuff like that. And then if we talking about money, we're not even talking about boxing per se. You talk about get your money and he deserves it, or Wilder robbed him, even though Wilder's not a judge. You know, Wilder robbed him. That's why he's fighting. Bullshit. Okay, so let me get, I'm telling you, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying them. I'm destroying them. All that man fan, old media, I told y'all, leave me alone. I tried to tell y'all. I'm destroying every argument they come up with in front of the public. That's why it's so raw to see, because I'm destroying them and I'm doing it in front of you. We doing, it's like a public execution, a public hanging. Everybody gets to see it. They shoot these little dumbass points out and I destroy it in front of you. So let's unpack this. Let's say you think Tyson Fury beat Wilder. Regardless, with the 2 knockdowns, the fight was close. But let's say you think Tyson Fury won. How the fuck does him getting robbed versus one guy, A, on a different network, require Tyson Fury to regress in competition to an unknown, unheralded commodity? It's not like, even if he said, I'm not fighting against Wilder because he robbed me, which is lame, because Kovalev thought he got robbed versus Ward, and what did he do? An immediate rematch. That's what you should, like, if you really thought you got robbed, why wouldn't you push for an immediate rematch? It doesn't even make sense. What, name another fighter that got robbed or felt that he got robbed and didn't want the rematch to go to crack? You have your Dennis Ugas, who felt, and some fans, a lot of fans, thought he beat Sean Porter, and he was like, man, that's bullshit. I want to, you know, he wants to run it back with Sean Porter. You had Manny Pacquiao, who pleaded with the sanctioning by WBO to research the Jeff Horn fight, and they rescored it with 5 judges, right? Rescored it with 5 judges because Pacquiao felt he got robbed, you know? Golovkin fought Canelo again. He was down to fight him in May, but Canelo fucked that up, failed a drug test. But he eventually got the rematch anyway, and he wanted the rematch because he felt he got robbed. So Tyson Fury is the first fighter in the history of boxing that I know that felt he won 10 rounds to 2, felt he got robbed, and never wanted a rematch. You know, or didn't want the immediate rematch. Hey, Ronald Finkley tripping. He said, I need my Blue Ranch. Yeah, I told you, let me know when it. All right, Ronald Finkley, he back in action. Just shoot responsibly, please. But my dude, Ronald Finkley, back. So, Ronald Finkley back to clap the dumb shit. Sometimes I got to take this shit. It's nothing personal, but sometimes I got to take the shooters' wrenches and badges if shit starts getting out of hand. I got to relieve them of their duty so they can cool off. Ronald Finkley back, though. He back, gang, gang, shoot, shoot, gang, gang. Oh, my gosh. So, anyway, when does that ever happen where somebody felt they got robbed but didn't want the immediate rematch to set the record straight and also get the paycheck? You know, if you thought you got robbed in a big fight where you make big bucks, and then on top of that, no one can convince me that Wilder Fury fight, Tyson Fury would get less paycheck fighting a rematch with Wilder than whatever he's getting for Tom Schwartz. Joseph Brown, ego, you know it's bad when the UK publications can't justify taking a Schwartz. That's what I'm saying, because the UK sometimes they are easy work. Sometimes they're overtly biased for their own, their fellow countrymen. Bro, that's what I'm saying. There's literally, I haven't seen one solid argument of how Tom Schwartz, leapfrogs all this other heavyweight competition. So to me, I don't care what anyone says. In my opinion, Tyson Fury doesn't believe he won 10 rounds to 2, because that would be unprecedented to think you were robbed and won 10 rounds to 2, but you're not steering your team towards an immediate rematch. Like I said, Kovalev, he really thought he beat Ward. And, you know, and you could say he had a good argument, right? I thought Ward won, but you could say he had an argument there. He wanted the immediate work, and he was taunting Ward, and as son of judges, he's no, you know. Tyson Fury talking shit from afar, but he's fighting someone worse than Joshua, fighting someone worse than Wilder. He's fighting someone worse than Efe Ajagba, who's not even on the level yet. Like, he looks promising, but Efe Ajagba's last fight on the Sean Porter Ugas card, formerly known as the StubHub Center, he just fought Amir Mansour. Amir Mansour is a better known name that's been in there with Gerald Washington when he was undefeated. He had been in there with Dominic Breazeale, who Wilder's about to fight. He had fought Steve Cunningham, who dropped Tyson Fury. Amir Mansour has power. Amir Mansour is definitely a better name in America than Tom Schwartz. There's no justification. Block Hebroham Williams. I'm not, you guys don't, like I said, just block him. He says, just politics, ego, Fury not scared of Wilder. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. He should, the bottom line is he should be fighting Wilder. You know, I'm not here for that. You know, you see, this is the thing. Let it be another fighter, especially a black fighter. You don't see this same level of sympathy. They don't have the same level of empathy and reasoning, you know, and resonance. It's like, oh yeah, it's not him, it's not his fault, it's the politics and the powers that be. You know, they always do this every single time. You know, justify it. Mikey talks about beating Spence, says he's stronger, says he'll beat him, says won't, and then he loses, and then it's always, oh yeah, but he tried. But then Wilder gets a draw and gets bashed for it, even though he destroyed Tyson Fury in the 12th round. We see the games. I promise you, I'm not allowing none of that on my channel. So when it's all said and done, if you guys have these unjustified like arguments that I know that you don't keep consistent and you can't explain, then you got to go. You got to go. You know, it's always a bunch of empathy and sympathy for certain fighters. Oh yeah, Triple G has to fight Brandon Adams, but it's really not his fault. You know, DAZN, they just want an introductory fight, and like, no, he's going with the flow. Then you part of it. Tyson Fury's going with the flow. He's part of it. That's it. You know, Wilder's fighting a mandatory, and people is hating. He fighting somebody that the WBC, that's beyond his control. He fighting the WBC, who they told him is the highest ranked person. You know. And then people, oh, why is he fighting this guy? Oh, Wilder always, you know. We done. Like I said, we in the lead. We don't have to compete with them like that. If you think all this wild, far out shit, that's cool. Go to them channels where you can discuss it and talk about how ego blocked you. Dude, Wilder's brother got KO'd. They were happy like it was Wilder taking the L. That's what I'm saying. We know the games. I've been in this game long enough. I see all the tricks. I see the games, the sleight of hand tricks, and the bullshit that they pull. Why did y'all block Hulk Bradley? What, like, yo, what's going on, bro? Hey, Hulk Bradley is a channel member. Listen, I'm taking badges. Y'all gotta chill. He's a channel member. Bro, you guys, shooters, y'all got to do better, man. Like, not, you know, we can't keep having these friendly fires and stuff like that. All you have to do is, the chat does jump sometimes. It's happened to me too. But wait for the chat to move and then make your move. Because it's always going to be, my chats are always like this, always going to be moving. But that's a channel member who actually pays monthly, you know, to support the channel, and he just got put in time out. Like, I mean, that's... Fair is fair, right is right. I'm always about that. So now he can't, you know, be in the chat for 300 time because of friendly fire. Like, that's fucked up. You know, these motherfuckers, that, and then that could even hurt the channel. Hope Bradley might be like, man, fuck that. I ain't no channel, man. I ain't gonna help support this channel. You know, my shooters is clapping him. I'm telling y'all gotta. I know it was an accident, but like, you know, we just gotta get it right somehow, some way. Like honestly, whoever the problem is that you're trying to block, I'd rather them be in the chat acting the fool than friendly fire mistakes. To be honest, that I'm just being 100% real. I would rather the people, you know, this terror in the chat saying stupid shit than our own getting clapped on accident. Victor Perez, what's up? Mr. Cheeks is a fool. Tom Schwartz says he's the illest in Hale, Germany. Man, hey, you wildin'. I know you just joking. No, I know accidents happen, but what I'm saying, we just got to be cautious because the accidents keep happening. You know, where people don't. So, like I said, like anyway, I'm not trying to turn this like me versus the shooters or like scold anybody. It's an accident. I get it. But like I said, that Ronald Finkley, because I had to take his, because, you know, he was clapping everybody. And, you know, it's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be like pretty free flowing, only the problems. But anyway, this is this is inexcusable, bro. They linked Tyson Fury to fight a couple different names. A couple, you know, they said, oh, maybe Joseph Parker, maybe Dillian White, maybe the guy that knocked out Bryant Jennings, Oscar Rivas, or maybe even Bryant Jennings. That's 4 different opponents that were in the rumor mill, and all 4 of them didn't get chose and didn't get selected. And I know a lot of them probably would have took it, right? And then you pick this random guy, you know, 5-0 goes west or whoever. Come on, bro. That's 4 opponents that are on that side or should be on that side or whatever with top rank. And then you going to pick Tom Schwartz. You know, like I said, all that little one-liners and stuff, Tyson Fury, I'm not buying it anymore. Talk about Wilder needs to get himself more known. All that stuff doesn't make sense anymore. Wilder needs to get himself more known in the U.S., but you're fighting a guy from Hale, Germany, that nobody knows in the U.S. That you're seeing the uproar in the fan base. I told you, a lot of these fans are fake. Mayweather beat Pacquiao the same year, went to fight Berto, and that was like, you know, that created a ruckus and everyone was up in arms and shit. Over Mayweather, Berto. Berto's at least strong, has speed, explosive, and everybody knows him. He got heavily promoted on HBO. You know, he was one of Al Heyman's first signings. Everyone knows Berto at least. And then people are like, oh, Mayweather ruined his legacy over this. Why would he choose Berto? So where them same people? You know, ESPN writing articles talking about Errol Spence is in a no-win situation. Where that article for Tyson Fury? He just fought Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder for a title. Now he's getting all this money on ESPN. Do you think ESPN is going to write an article, you know, or actually, because I don't care if they do it now because it's already too late. You know, don't wait for me to say something and then write the article. Right? Do you think they wrote an article, you know, knowing that this was the rumored opponent, talking about Tyson Fury is in a no-win situation, fighting Tom Schwartz? So Errol Spence fights Mikey Garcia, who called him out. This is why I told you, new media is unstoppable. They can't stop us because we working from a different section of the brain. We using both sides of the brain and shit. They aren't. ESPN, the company that is hosting this particular fight, Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz, has a writer that wrote an article saying Errol Spence, even though I think he's going to lose to Mikey Garcia, because the writer, Steve Kim, picked Mikey to beat Errol Spence. So the writer says, even though I think Mikey beats Spence, the title of the article was Errol Spence Jr. is in a no-win situation, a lose-lose situation by even fighting Mikey because he's moving up. That same company that has that same writer is hosting Tyson Fury on the heels of a controversial fight in which he was in negotiations to have a rematch, pulls out, switches sides, creates a gap and a river in between the two sides meeting. And now he's fighting not one of the 4 names that are linked to being with ESPN that would have been better fights. Oscar Rivas, a puncher. Dillian White, a puncher who's a good talker. You know, even Brian Jennings coming off a loss, who's a bigger name with a better resume. You know, or Joseph Parker, former champion that Dillian White stepped up and fought. Anthony Joshua fought. On top of that, he doesn't even choose them. And he's fighting Tom Schwartz. Do you think ESPN, if I go there right now, has an article that says Tyson Fury, the lineal champion, is in a lose-lose, no-win situation? Like they try to do to Errol Spence Jr., the black American, the black channel. Why would Errol Spence fight Mikey? Mikey Garcia. And they say, oh, it's not about race. It's not racial. Why are you bringing up this black? You explain it to me then. You explain it to me how Errol Spence, a terrific fighter, man down, all he did was answer the call. He told everybody, including people his size, he said, you want to fight me? If you seen flaws, man down, call Al. No top welterweight. They like, people said stuff from the side. Danny Garcia said something after the Mikey Garcia and before, but none of them stepped up and called out and, made the fight do what it do. Sean Porter and Keith Thurman was, we know what he was saying. Oh, I'm injured and I want to play the flute, right? So none of those fights happened. Mikey was one that was vocal. He's an elite fighter. And then Errol Spence demolished him. And ESPN said it was a no-win situation. I can't wait to see what they have to say about Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz, And even Tim Bradley. Let's talk about him. On the Kubrat Pulev card, I get it. You signed to ESPN, right? They said, hey, what do you think of this Tyson Fury, Tom Schwartz? Tim Bradley literally looked in the camera. He was throwing money. I don't know if that was a distraction after what he said or whatever, but he literally looked in the camera and said, oh, I think it's a good fight. That ain't a good. You fought. This is the real deal. This is the real deal. Easy work. Sorry, I just had to wait for that to go off. You fought Pacquiao 3 times. You fought Rosenproval. You know what a good fight is. You know this ain't no good fight. Come on, man. Like, see, this, once again, I'm not signed to nobody. I have the creative control to talk boxing, and I'm fair and I'm professional. We can't lose. We have the winning formula because I call down the middle. Top Rank has great, they have great staff and great events. Like they're super organized. They've been in the business. Some of the fights are good, like I'm looking forward to, and then some are like Tyson Fury, Tom Schwartz. I could talk boxing and I could give my honest opinion. There's no battery in my back where I have to say it's a good fight because I don't think Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz is a needed, desired, or a good fight. Nurse Roll _79 $2 super chat. Ego, would you free my bro Big Dose 513 after the stream? Yeah, hit me up on Twitter with just send a link to his URL so I could just click it and then free him. Let him out on parole. So just tell him, go to his YouTube page, get his channel URL, copy it and paste it, and then send it to me. So it should be a hyperlink. I can click it, free him, boom, we good. So, that's just the reality of it. Tyson Fury is in like a fight. To me, I don't even think it's a Vegas fight. I don't know. We'll see. Block that name JOAO. Block them. I don't know why they won't give up. Damn, my shooter's on point now. That's how you're supposed to shoot. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's how you're supposed to shoot. The shooter clapped him so quick. Oh my God, that impressed me. Anyway, there's no justification for it, bro. Tom Schwartz out of like not even Manuel Char. Like that, there's a bunch of fights that I really don't even want to see for Tyson Fury. But, you know, Manuel Char, Kubrat Pulev, you know, the 4 names I mentioned with Parker, Dillian White, Oscar Rivas, this all would have been better. You know, let's just be honest. You know, Amir Mansour, you know, all this stuff would have been better. Like, it's sad. You got guys like Daniel Dubois and Tony Yoka. Like, you're not even fighting like a Dave Allen level guy that's known. You know what I'm saying? Like a Dave Allen, David Price. I mean, just somebody that people have even heard of. You know, David Price at least has some power. See, that's what I'm saying. Tyson Fury, it's you guys can say whatever. That Wilder power is scary. And Top Rank, ESPN, Team Fury, Ben Davison, in my opinion, they know. That's why they're not putting him in there with a seriously accurate puncher, which is what I predicted. Once again, new media. Oscar Rivas would have been a good fight. Oscar Rivas, I'll have you know, beat Andy Ruiz Jr., another person that would have been a better fight for Tyson Fury. He beat Andy Ruiz. Oscar Rivas beat Andy Ruiz Jr. in the amateurs. He has amateur experience, and he beat Kubrat Pulev, who just won against Dog Bandinu. Fresh Oquendo. That's what I'm saying. You know, here's another fight. I don't know what y'all think, but me personally, Shannon Briggs. Shannon Briggs, you know, they talked about sparring and, you know, let's go, champ. But they know Shannon Briggs got these big ass fucking fists, and he's from Brownsville, Brooklyn, and he got fucking power. So he's super dangerous, especially in the first half of the fight. You can't even fight Shannon Briggs. That would have been, hey, I would have no, listen, I swear to you, if Tyson Fury was fighting at the Thomas and Mack Center versus Shannon Briggs, I would definitely go to that. And I would definitely try to give you guys all the coverage. Block Tia Joni. That's a good fight. Let's go, champ. Because Shannon Briggs is funny as fuck, and we know he's serious when it comes to that power. Champ. Yeah, I said yeah. It's the champ. I'm the champ, and he's the chump. Yeah, I'm the champ, and he's the chump. Let's go, champ. I would really support that fight. But guess what? He's too dangerous. I said, I'm the champ, and he the chump. He the chump, y'all. Block Giovanni Souza. I told you, look, it's nonstop. I got the hottest live stream. Shooters, they on fire right now. I'm the champ, and he the chump. Champ. Why did he fight Shannon Briggs? Too much power. That Deontay Wilder had, you know. Chill, champ, chill. Don't touch me. Don't you ever do that. Don't you touch me. Don't touch my beard. Champ. Look at him. That shit would have been a funny ass promotion. Bro, that would have been lit. I eat what you eat, champ. What we eat, noodles? They my noodles, champ. Like, man, we could do this all day. I would really get behind Tyson Fury because that's at least a puncher who we know is dangerous because he's a puncher. Shannon Briggs has more first-round knockouts than anyone in heavyweight history. I don't know if y'all knew that. But once again, you see what Top Rank did. If you have the complexion for the protection, they trying to, you know, extend this, you know, protect their investment, and they're not trying to put Tyson Fury through that. They seen what happened in that 12th round. You know, imagine that. That would, if Shannon Briggs, just if he knocked out Tyson Fury, then he joins the ranks of George Foreman versus Michael Moorer. And it might play out like that. We don't know if Tyson Fury is going to be the same when it comes to punch resistance based on going to sleep for at least 4 seconds before he was even conscious. Do you get what I'm saying? Shannon Briggs would be far too dangerous in their minds. I'm the champ and he the chump, y'all. You know? And that's what they're doing. I mean, it's very easy for anybody to see. Bro, Shakur Stevenson is fighting 1,000 times better competition. I don't even know how many fights he has off the top of my head. But let's say he has 12 to 13 fights or some shit. He's fighting Pitbull, Chris Diaz, bro. That's a step up for him for sure. You got a guy like Shakur Stevenson, see, the black channel. You see how the black fighters get thrown. Yeah, you just got to sink or swim. If you can't swim, you bound to drizzle. You just get thrown in there. You know, think about how many hard fights Tim Bradley had in a small space of time with Top Rank. Let's really think of fucking Pacquiao and then Juan Manuel Marquez and Ruslan Provodnikov and Diego Chavez. Look at all, you know, same thing with Terrence Crawford. I'm not saying the fights are hard for Crawford because he excels, but on paper, they should have been harder than they were. He just happens that he's a talent. They just throw black fighters to the wolves. They just throw him to the wolves. Meanwhile, Tyson Fury can run around and say he beat Wilder and then gets to come back to below adequate competition while he gets it together. Like I said, he don't even have to fight a Shannon Briggs, you know, an old man. See, they say Luis Ortiz and Shannon Briggs, oh, that's an old man. Fight the old men then. Those people, I have more faith that they could get something done or make a compelling fight as old men than Tom Schwartz, because I don't know anything about Tom Schwartz. I know a whole lot about Shannon Briggs. I watched this fight with Lennox Lewis, you know. I've seen all these fights. Foreman. Chill. Bad look, man. That's a bad look. Like I said, there was a whole slew of heavyweights that would have all been better. I would have all been better. Like I said, I'm scratching. Like I don't personally want to see David Price versus Tyson Fury, but I would rather see that because at least I know who David Price is. I know he has power. He hurt Povetkin. You know, that's another person. Povetkin, like, he's coming off of a loss, but he's a puncher. I'm telling you, they don't want to put him in there with a puncher, not knowing what the fuck, because the Wilder fight ended on a cliffhanger. He barely got up, or he got up, or whatever, and then there were no more rounds. They're not trying to put him back in there. They're not trying to put him back in there because they don't know. So they're trying to put this, like, you know, cherry-picked fight together so they could see and, you know, he can get his bearings back, which, if he wasn't so adamant about winning 10 rounds to 2, maybe you can make that argument. But old media, they shoot themselves in the foot because they start claiming stuff like, oh, I was robbed. Wilder needs to build his U.S. profile. I beat him easy. I beat him 10 rounds to 2. So if that's the standard we're setting, like, you're better off. That's what I'm saying. That's why you're better off telling the truth. You're better off saying, hey, Wilder gave me a good fight. I was beating his ass or outboxing him, but then he caught me. It was a draw. Because at least if you admitted and copped to the draw, then you could justify maybe taking a lighter touch in the tune-up based on, hey, I got some things I got to work on. I stepped up when no one else would. I got some things to work on. But they don't do that, and they don't allow that, especially if you have the complexion for the protection. They allow you to run around and say you got robbed. They allow you to say you won the fight, but then don't have to make the immediate rematch. You never see this with black fighters. You never see a black fighter in a controversial fight where after the fight, he's not ridiculed and pushed into an immediate rematch, you know. And some of them aren't pushed because a lot of times the black fighters want the rematch as well because they're competitive. It doesn't sit well that the public, like, you know, Andre Ward, it doesn't sit well that people think Kovalev beat him. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna show you. You know, Mayweather Maidana, he's like, this motherfucker ain't better than me. I'm gonna show you. You know, Sugar Ray Leonard lost to Roberto Duran. He's like, I could beat this guy. You know I could beat him. So that's the worst part about it. They allow you to run around and say you were robbed and this guy sucks and no talent and, you know, he needs to change a whole bunch. That's what Tyson Fury said. He did an interview with ESPN and said Wilder has to change a whole lot. He has to change a whole lot, but you're not fighting him next. Make that make sense. Wilder has to change a lot in his game plan, but you don't want to fight him next. You know, this guy's an old man, but you don't want to fight the old man. Old media, I'm telling you, there's no hope for you. There's no hope. Briggs Fury would sell more of, absolutely. You got two charismatic personalities. One's a good boxer and a little bit bigger, and the other's a big puncher, older. You know, it would definitely sell. Like I said, and the other thing with this lineal shit is there's no standard to it. He could pick and choose from the bottom of the barrel, from the depths of hell, you know, competition. You know, if you're a real champion with the active, you know, sanctioned belt where you have to pay $250,000 whatever for the belt, they're not gonna let you fight, just pick and choose and just fight somebody who, you know, somebody off the streets of Compton. You know, they're not gonna let you do that. Yeah, oh, I'm fighting Kendrick Lamar in my next fight. This is rigor mortis, man. It's gorgeous when you die. I record it, and you know, the Matrix in my mind. They're not gonna let you just fight Kendrick, K-Dot. What the fuck? I said, this is rigor mortis, man. It's gorgeous when you die. I record it, and I'm Morpheus, the Matrix in my mind. You don't just get to pick like that. So even the lineal heavyweight, that shit's played, because you're not fighting lineal heavyweight competition. You're fighting Tom Schwartz that nobody knows. Block Y South, shooters on him. Block who's next. I'm just calling out names. Briggs wouldn't pass a medical. He passed a medical to fight on David Haye. You're lying. In the UK. And they have stringent tests. Block who next? He said Briggs wouldn't pass a medical. You not no fucking doctor. Who are you? Doogie Howser? How you know he won't pass it? And you don't know if he'll pass the medical because they didn't attempt to contact Shannon Briggs. He just got his license back, and you talking about, man, get this dude out of here. Who next? Block him. I'll show you who next. Block him. If you guys say anything in my comment section unsupported, you getting clapped, because you're trying to purposely go against the grain, and we know you're lying. Oh, you're making excuses. And beyond that, you're lying for the simple fact, or you're trying to misdirect the public. It's not about Shannon Briggs particularly. I named 18 different fighters that Tyson Fury could have fight, and you focused on the older fighter who you think may not pass. Okay, what about Oscar Rivas? He just fought on the top ranked card. That was a person. He can't pass a medical. Joseph Parker can't pass a medical. You're lying. You cannot beat us. I'm destroying them. That's why what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying them. I'm destroying them. I fucked his wife. I'm fucking him in the game. I'm destroying him. That's why it's so raw to see, because I'm a little skinny nigga. I'm battling lions. They don't get it. You can't beat new media, because it's not even about Shannon Briggs. That's just a name out of the hat that I would personally like to see him fight. It's about the mere fact that there was top level talent or better competition with American platforms that have fought in America, that are more known to Americans, that would have been better. See, this is what I'm saying. You see how they take, I'll talk for 1 hour, 40 minutes. They'll take one small snippet of what I said. You know, I got to do like AJ. You took 5 minutes. They take one small snippet of what I said and make that the mantelpiece of the argument. The mantelpiece is not Briggs. That's just a fight that I think would be entertaining. It's, why didn't Oscar Rivas get the shot? Why didn't Joseph Parker get a shot? Why didn't Manuel Char or Kubrat Pulev? You know, why didn't Oscar Rivas get a shot? Brian Jennings get a shot? You know, Daniel Dubois get a shot. Dillian White get a shot. David fucking Price get a shot. You know, F.A. Ajagba get a shot. Somebody that we know. Somebody that we know get a shot. I said Cannon Briggs. That's one of the people. Let's go, champ. And then they focus their whole argument on Cannon Briggs. It's not about Briggs. Who cares when Briggs' last fight is? Google it. Go to BoxRec. Don't ask me no questions. You guys got computers. You're on the computer now, or on a phone or a tablet. Go look it up. You know, I'm not here to babysit. Oh, when was Briggs' last fight? Look it up. You know, you guys act like you have to come Man, I'm cooking. They act like they come to me like, what time does Jack in the Box close today? You look it up. Go to Yelp. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like I said, you guys are trying to take away from the actual conversation. It's not just about one fighter, Briggs. It's about a whole slew and plethora of fighters that Tyson Fury could have fought that would have outranked or, in popular opinion, been better opponents than Tom Schwartz. F.A. Jogba would be a huge risk. That dude is dangerous. Yeah, he's a PBC fighter. He's dangerous, but, you know, he hasn't fought anyone the likes of Tyson Fury. Again, it's not just about F.A. It's about all the people that, you know, got hopped over to fight the lineal champion, you know, and Tom Schwartz gets the call. Stop it. It's about Tyson Fury saying that he won all but 2 rounds in a 12-round fight and then fighting Tom Schwartz. We don't believe you. You need more people. If you won that many rounds, you shouldn't be regressing in competition like that, especially as the lineal champion and the Gypsy King Warriors, surely. That's it. That's the point. We're not allowing nothing to distract from the actual points being made. It's about ESPN writing bullshit articles against black fighters like Errol Spence, talk about he's in a no-win situation fighting a great fighter like Mikey Garcia because you knew what was going to happen. And then your own fighter on ESPN, you don't have that same energy. He fighting someone way worse than Mikey Garcia. Listen, if you believe Tom Schwartz has proven more than Mikey Garcia career-wise, please say here so my shooters can block you. We're just going to do, you know, we're going to do a firing squad. Because if you honestly, in your heart of all hearts, believe, and if you joke around and say here, just kidding, you're getting blocked. If you believe Tom Schwartz is better and proven more than Mikey Garcia, say here so my shooters can clap you. Shooters, see who says that. Because I don't even want you, if that's your thought process, and you really honestly believe Tom Schwartz has done more than Mikey Garcia in his career, I don't even want you on my page. So does anybody believe that Tom Schwartz has accomplished more in his career than Mikey Garcia? Ronald Figley said, I'm on the roof. See, y'all, I told you we got the fortress. This is Nino Brown and the Carter. These dudes ready to get sniped. Wesley Snipe. Come on, man. You know what it is. That's why I don't even have time for jokes. I don't have time for the fuckery. You know Mikey Garcia is better than Tom Schwartz, and he's accomplished more. You know it. So let's not even stall here, you know. And ESPN wrote an article saying that Errol Spence, you know, a one-belt champion, IBF champion, was in a no-win situation. That's how they treat black fighters in the game. Oh, he can't win. Even though that writer picked Mikey Garcia to beat Errol Spence. But leave it to Tyson Fury, like Dante say, if you got your hope insurance, they say Tyson Fury beat Wilder 10 rounds to 2. He's the lineal champ. He's the Gypsy King. And he can, as lineal champion, as the guy who lost only 2 rounds in a 12-round heavyweight elite championship fight, he only has to fight Tom Schwartz. He could say that Wilder's unknown in America, disrespect the American who's in the, you know, he's like, it's almost like I take offense to that. Like, you banking on the racism. You banking on the problems that America has. Because you're trying to tell an American who was born and raised in America, like Deontay Wilder, who's an American champion, who represented the USA in the Olympics, you're trying to tell him, you know, nobody even knows you. Build up your U.S. profile, because you know there's a lot of racist and, you know, biased people who don't support American fighters. You're trying to use that to your advantage, telling Wilder, the American champ who represented us in the Olympics, that he needs to do more and get more notoriety and recognition, become more infamous in America, right, to get a rematch with you, even though he almost knocked you out. But then you got a guy like Tom Schwartz, who no Americans really know about, from Hale, Germany, and you're fighting him in Vegas, and he don't have to do anything to boost or bolster his appearance or his profile. More bullshit. Just like they did to Wilder with Joshua. Oh, fight Dillian White. He don't want to fight Dillian White. He wants to unify with a fellow champion. There's only two major champions with active belts in the division. He don't want to fight Dillian Whyte. Oh, you need to build your UK profile. We're not playing the games anymore. New media, we coming. Death Row East, believe in it. Do you believe in God? Then believe in Death Row East. We're not playing the games. We see everything they doing, and we coming. Like Mike Tyson said, I'm coming for you, sweetie. We coming. It's not making sense anymore. Wilder got to build up his U.S. profile, but, you know, Tom Schwartz doesn't have to do jack shit to get a U.S. debut. You know, he ain't even fought in America. He doesn't have to bring his own crowd. He don't have to, you know, become more relevant. He doesn't have to sell more. Like, I don't even know if Tom Schwartz speaks English. So this is with the disrespect that they show American fighters, oftentimes black American fighters. You know, they tell the American fighters that he has to do more to get respected in his own country. But then Tom Schwartz comes, and I don't even know if he speaks. I don't know much about him, so I don't know if he even speaks English. How you going to do the press conference? Like, he's just going to have to speak through a translator. And then he didn't have to do anything extra to get to land the shot with you. Like I said, looking shaky, baby. They know I'm the realest. Like Wilder say, he's the realest champ. I'm the realest channel in the business. We doing this, you know, from the bottom up, from the mud. And they know it. They know they don't have better points than what I'm saying. They know they ain't using more logic than what we're using. This is Ego's Army. Death Row East. Believe in it. Fighting Schwartz is a power. You can't even spell the man's name. That's not, them motherfuckers spell Schwarz. That's not even how you spell his name. You don't even know how to spell his name, so I don't even care what you talk about. Talking about it's a power play. It's not. You can't spell his name. Nigerian Nightmare. So I'm not even reading the rest of what you're saying until you learn how to spell the man's name. Your opinion, and if you can't spell, I don't care about your opinion. Straight like that. You talking about, oh, it's a power play. So you motherfuckers always come in trying to justify some shit. Always. Oh, you know, the reason he's doing this is because the Las Vegas casinos, it's dry month. There is no excuse. We're not buying it. There ain't no excuse for this fight. Look at the fanfare. Go to Frank Warren's post. See what the fans are saying. It's not just me. I'm just the one with the platform real enough to tell y'all. Go look what people are saying. You guys, it's over for you. I told you, old media, it's over. It's over. Everything starts from now. We control the narrative. We run the game now. We undisputed. We unified. We got all the belts. All that other justifying and shit. Oh, you know, he's fighting him because his family is from part Germany, a quarter German. No, we don't care about all that other stuff y'all saying. We don't care about the other stuff. There's no justification. He the lineal champ. He beat Wilder's ass. He was robbed. He won 10 rounds of 2. No justification for fighting a guy that no one's heard of in America. You know, period. You guys always try to come, oh, you know, the reason because of Thomas and Maxon or have a discount on the venues this year. You guys always say some excuse. We done with the excuses. Y'all excused out. Mikey lost because even though he was talking shit about being better than Errol Spence, and him and his team said he was stronger, you know, and he went to snack, but, you know, technically, he lost because, listen, I'm going to tell you why Mikey lost to Errol Spence. It's because he had a migraine. See, I didn't want to have to say anything. I didn't want to be the bad guy, but he had a migraine. I asked for Motrin and Advil. No one had any. I was going to settle for Tylenol, acetylphenamine, and no one had it. So he went into the Spence fight with a headache. It was a migraine. It was killing it. We're not doing these excuses. What don't y'all get? What don't y'all get? When black fighters lose, they lose. There is no excuse. Even sometimes when black fighters win, they lose. According to the public, like Andre Ward, he won. The judges said he won versus Kovalev. They still deemed him a loser. The judges said for easy work, like I said before, beat Maidana, beat Castillo. They still said he lost. Tyson Fury is claiming he won off of a draw, and he's regressing competition. It's over for you. I told you, like Eminem said, I wanted to not show you so you know you're not dealing with some little. I wanted to not show you, but now we coming. I'm not stopping. Let's see that I'm ready for them to outwork me, for them to become more relevant. When I'm at these fights and the fans is coming up to me and taking pictures, you know, take my spot. I'm ready for that. Become more relevant than me. Do the consistent viewership we do. Get more super chats than me. I'm ready. Come take this spot. You talking the real, I ain't saying no, I'm saying bullshit. So let's see it. I told you, y'all didn't want these problems. Now we mashing. I promise you we mashing. We gonna make it so, Ego's Army, we gonna make it so uncomfortable, so awkward for you guys to say the same bullshit and perpetuate the same lies. This ain't Donald Trump. You're not gonna just be saying a bunch of lies that nobody believe and no fact checks, and then you just got, you know, a nation of people. We're gonna make this ugly. It's about to get ugly. Errol Spence fights, man down. It's about to get real ugly. We can't have no peace until we get a peace too. You know, oh, Wilder, he should have took 12.5. You look crazy. He getting offered $20 million a year later to fight Dominic Brazil. So he should have took 12.5 flat fee for Joshua in the UK. Stop it. Stop it. You guys had your time to try to do something, try to overthrow new media, and you failed. Now it's our time, like it's been. It's fun while it lasted, right? We destroying old media. These motherfuckers will be fossils when I get finished with them. Do you think Tom does decent numbers? I don't know. I don't care. It's not a fight that's really on my radar. I have nothing with ESPN or Top Rank. Good fight's a good fight. Block Eric Tomas. Block Dark Firemen. See, they coming. Shooters, clap them immediately. Dark Fire Men's. I'm healed. I like men's. I'm delivered. Block these dudes. They coming to try to hack me. You can't hack me. I am boxing. I'm in the system. See? You know, and maybe it's a company. Maybe it's a company trying to hack me. I don't know. I don't know who it is. But I'm ready for it. He said, dark firemen. I don't like men's no more. I am delivered. You know, I don't know who it is. Tom Schwartz, maybe, who knows? We talk tonight. Pensacola, we talk. Real Brother 32 with the rich and the gentleman, we talk tonight. I told you, Eagles Army's too strong. I always support good boxing. I always want to grow the sport. I always try to help. I always try to move the needle in the positive direction. We have full creative control. We have the resources. We have the money. They said, don't start a war unless I got my money right. Well, I got my money right. Now I want war. We're not settling for that anymore. You're going to start giving credit where credit is due. It don't matter who they are, where they are. If they deserve credit, we out for justice. We out for justice. We gonna make sure they get credit. We gonna make y'all respect it. What did Muhammad Ali say? I'm gonna make you say my name. I'm gonna make you respect it. Shout out to Asante. He said, I tried to send a super chat, but it wouldn't let me. See, they don't want it. The message getting too real. Like Mac Dre said, I'm from the Bay. Too hard for the fucking radio. We too real. We getting it. We coming. We growing. It don't matter. Like baby's kids, we don't die. We multiply. Talking about Wilder should have took the DAZN deal. Why? They doubling up their prices. What the price gonna be? If Wilder, y'all should be thanking Wilder. If he fuck around and took the $100 million from DAZN, that shit might be $49.99 a month. You know, because it looks like DAZN is leaning on the customer to help pay these big ass salaries. So everybody need to go to Hallmark, your nearest Target, and get a thank you card for Wilder for waiting it out and playing the field. Because who knows, if they double the prices, for fights that they already had. You know, the only new acquisition really is Murat Gassiev and Triple G, and they've doubled the prices. Canelo Jacobs was already a thing that we knew about. Anthony Joshua Miller was already a fight that we knew about, and they doubled the prices for those fights. So if they would have acquired the talents, you know, and Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder took his talents to South Beach, then who knows? You know, the zone might be fucking $49.99 a month, because it looks like they didn't have the traction that they expected. So they like, oh yeah, we gonna for sure get our money. We gonna double up like Mace. So, you know, it's a good thing that Wilder didn't sign, because who knows what they would have made for the announcement, you know. And they, instead of double, they might double and a half. You know what I'm saying? They might have went to like $27.99 or some shit, trying to pay fighters. Wilder did the right decision. Like I said, new media, we keep getting it right, and they mad. I would be mad too. I know they. You remember when the Joker, Jack Nicholson Joker, when he was hating on Batman, because Batman had all the gadgets. Jack Nicholson was like, where does he get those wonderful toys? You know, Jack Nicholson the Joker couldn't understand how Batman had all them gadgets and weaponry and Batmobiles and bat planes and shit. Jack Nicholson was, where does he get those wonderful toys? The Joker was shook. He was shook when he seen Bruce Wayne, you know, was a billionaire or whatever, however fuck much money he had, and he had all them fucking gadgets and weapons he done made and bulletproof suits and shit. Joker. Now, where did Batman get those wonderful toys? Joker was shook. That's how new media is. We got all the Bat gadgets. We got the Batmobile, the Bat boat, the Bat plane, the Batarang. You know, we got the armor suits. Where did Batman get all those fucking gadgets from, guys? Like, Joker was shook. And y'all some jokers. And we coming. This is Death Row East. Throw up your W's. Even if you ain't from the West Side, you're going to help me ride on the West Side. The Joker was shook when Batman came. Because he was like, man, what the fuck? Batman just keep coming with new shit. Like, he got something for everything. We like Batman with all the gadgets. This town needs an enema. I know that new media is killing. New media like Batman. I'm Bruce Wayne of this shit. I'm Bruce Wayne. I did this. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. I am Warhol. Walt Disney, Google, Nike. I'm Bruce Wayne of this shit. And they looking like the Joker trying to figure out, where did new media get these fucking, where did he get these super chats from? They looking around. Jack Nicholson, he one of my favorite actors. I love Jack. He be doing that Grinch ass face. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You know, it's kind of. I love Jack Nicholson and shit. Yeah, we the Grinch that stole boxing, and we coming. We coming. We on you. Oh my God, I told you this shit was like a rap battle. See, y'all didn't know your boy was like Tupac mixed with Deontay Wilder. I got alter egos too, you know. Ego Valley, we coming. Let's go, champ. Champ. So that's my piece. I told you I didn't even want to have to show y'all this. We the realists. We done the livest skate. Listen, we done the livest skates. We the most entertaining. We got jokes. We got, you know, this is a one-stop shop. It's like Walmart. Minus we got registers open, because you go to Walmart, they only got like one cashier and 40 people in line. But you know, We got shooters. We got channel members. I told you I got memberships like Costco, like DAZN. We got shit. I might have the same amount of members as DAZN. I don't know. We gonna find out though. So anyway, Tyson Fury versus Tom Schwartz. Why is he fighting a guy named Tom? I've never heard of Tom Schwartz before. I smell a rat. Hold on. Hey, Pops, brush my hair. Look at that. Look at that. They know we the waviest. Okay. They don't want to give black fighters the credit. Okay. They don't want to give these Americans, the black and brown, you know, credit for what they doing in the game. But we coming. We coming for all the credit. Okay. They hate to see a mixed kid on top. They hate to see us getting the most super chats, doing the livest gates. I told you, I'm going to make y'all mad. I'm going to make y'all respect it. Look at. Look at. They hate because my blend be looking like this. I know they mad. Look at the blend. Look at the blend, y'all. That shadow taper. This is why they mad. I told you, I'm not stopping. I want to see old media outwork me. That's something I'll pay for. That's what I'll pay for. Wait for them. I want to see them outwork me. I want to see them get more respect in the game than I do. Have more fans coming up than I do. Okay. We got fans all over the world. Mexico, Australia. I had an Australian. He was playing with his kangaroo. He was just like, he's like, crikey, you know. He told me new media. Man, that's annoying. I was like, oh shit, we got people in Australia. I got people in Dubai. They see the beard, you know. They said my beard look like I should be in Dubai with the beard. I'm coming. I told you, Death Row East, we coming. We spit the realest. They mad. Look. And I don't put nothing in my hair. I'm like coming to America. Natural oils and berries. My pops gave me this wavy shit. My shit wavy. I don't use Murrays and do-rags and shit. I don't have to. I'm Boxingego. I told you, Daywalker. I'm Daywalker. I'm the blade of this shit. I literally put nothing in my hair most times. You know, I don't even wear a do-rag. I don't need no do-rag. I am the do-rag. Yeah. He said, we trilingual. Yep. I know they mad when I be flexing on them. Stunt gang. They be getting mad. Oh, they mad. He said, man, that ain't nothing but ultra perp. You wish. Look, my shit bubbling. Who's G-Wopping? I ain't arguing no motherfucker named G-Whooping or whatever his name is. Whoopee Cushion. Listen, we could judge by the name that they chose to pick for their username if we should even be arguing, because there's always be some dumb shit like Cockosaurus Rex and shit. I'm not arguing no motherfuckers named Cockosaurus Rex and all this extra shit, bro. Y'all can argue with them. I'm not. My time is money. Why you trying to poetic justice me? He said, put that damn brush down, Chicago. Hey, I know my movies. He tried to hit me with that Joe Torre. Come on, man. I know my movies. He said, the black channels, they're always talking about waves. Why do black men? Why do the black? Why do black people like their hair so much? The black? I know they mad. I know they mad. Because Ego Valley is among us. They mad, bro. Now, we having fun with the game, though. This is our season. This is our year, like all year. He said, yo, dip game not looking good, Ego. Listen, I'm not here to impress a bunch of dudes. I never understood that. Dudes in boxing be weird. Like, they be like checking me out and shit. Oh, you're fucking ugly. Like, I don't want to look, if your name's Kevin, I don't want to look good for you. You get what I'm saying? Like, Like, I just like, man, I gotta look nice for Kevin. I am delivered. Like, I don't understand why dudes think it would be offensive unless that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see why dudes think it would be offensive because I'm ugly to them. I don't have no problem getting women. So I don't want to look cute for Ego's army and shit. What the fuck? Motherfuckers like, you're fucking ugly. Look at your fucking mustache. Look at your lips, man. What? I feel like Russell Westbrook. What? Hey, you crazy. Arturo shot. Listen, he said most. Ego Army be really riding. He said, because most males ain't men. Hold on, I got to do my beard. I am delivered. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers in Broner's inbox and shit. Y'all tripping. Listen, we going to open it up. Listen, we going. Okay. Oh, damn, this shit kind of strong. Hold on, we got to get right. Okay, they said we done the livest gates. He looking like Avatar. Look. Hold on. They looking like Avatar. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, we back in it now. Salute to the real. Oh, it's going light. Okay, we put another dab on. Bay Area hustler. Bay Area hustler. You know what it is. I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla. Bay Area hustler, bruh. See, I told y'all don't want to make me go back to the old me, you know, when the Bay was real hyphy like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a gorilla, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm a gorilla. AJ admitted out his own mouth the 50 million was real. Bro, he didn't take it, bro. It was up to him to call they bluff. If you think the 50 mil was fake. Bro, listen. This is what I don't understand, bro. All these dudes that talk about Al Heyman, right? They have never put on events bigger than Al Heyman. I can name 2 Al Heyman events that is bigger than a lot of promoters' biggest events. Okay. Mayweather, McGregor, Mayweather, Pacquiao. Name any promoter in the game that was involved in 2 fights that grossed more than that. Livegate, the event, the spectacle, more notoriety. Name. Those are, Al Heyman was involved, had his hands in that. Name another promoter that has 2 events different than that outsold that, you know, outranked that in terms of all-time great fights. So, Anthony Joshua versus Carl Froch Groves, whatever. Let me know. I'm waiting. We wait. See, I told you. We waiting. Let me know. So, in the whole case, Al Heyman put on bigger events. You think 50 mil, it can't get done for Joshua when he was giving Floyd Mayweather in at least 2 fights $100 million guarantee? Which is half of that. So the powers that be put $100 million check in Floyd Mayweather's hand at least 2 times. And again, the heavyweight was always the staple division of boxing. I can think of more, you know, famous where people know a little bit about boxing heavyweights. I know people that don't really watch boxing like that, but they know Muhammad Ali. They know Mike Tyson. You know, they've heard of Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield. I just posted a picture. I interviewed with Evander Holyfield, posted a picture. Everyone's like, this is dope. They know who Holyfield is. You know, not everyone knows, well, you know, Danny Garcia and welterweights and stuff like that at the moment, except for Floyd, right? So why is it so inconceivable that for 50 million was, you know, for a heavyweight undisputed fight to come up with? Stop it. These dudes, they work numbers. They know, they put on other fights. They know what to kind of expect. Now, in business, it's always a gamble. You can run the risk, but everyone's telling you that they want Joshua versus Wilder. It's 2 knockout artists, 2 Goliath heavyweights. Somebody is probably going to sleep. You know, they know it's going to be a successful fight. That's why, you know, it's taking so long. Because people are trying to undercut and undermine other people, and it's just a big fight, and the big fights always seem to have more bullshit, typically. People acting like this $50 million, like it was like an unheard of amount. Floyd Mayweather, see, now I got to get you. Now I got to get you. Because I'm smart with math, you feel me? I'm smart with math. You look at Floyd Mayweather for his Showtime contract. This is what people fail to get. And I know it's Mayweather, but he was getting guaranteed $32 million. Plus his fights were on pay-per-view, so he's getting back in money. But just a guarantee. Win, lose, or draw versus Canelo, he got $32 million guaranteed. Even the fight with Robert Guerrero, right? Robert Guerrero, mandatory at the time. But, you know, Robert Guerrero, he did. See, I know my shit, bro. Floyd Mayweather left Robert Guerrero to do a press tour by himself. Go research it. And then I remember Robert Guerrero had a gun in New York or something at the airport. He didn't even go on a press tour with Robert Guerrero, like a, you know, like a 4-city, 3-city press tour, like he did with Canelo, like he did with Maidana. He didn't even go on a press tour. You guys like this guy, Robert Guerrero? He beat up his wife, you know. He didn't even go on a press tour with him, and he still got 32 guaranteed. Not the smartest brother in the world, but 50 minus 32, I think that's 18. So, you know, for Robert Guerrero, he got a guarantee of only 18 million less. For Floyd Mayweather versus Robert Guerrero, he got a guarantee of $32 million. That's only $18 million less than what they were offering Joshua for a mega heavyweight fight. So these dudes know the number. If they know they could pay Floyd Mayweather $32 million guaranteed for a fight like Robert Guerrero or Maidana, which he got guarantees of $32 million in all those fights, then they have to anticipate that they'd be able to not only pay $50 million to Joshua, but it would do good on the back end. They're not dumb. I told you. They can't fuck with us, bro. So this $50 million is not, it's a lot of money, but it's not like this unheard of, unprecedented. Mike Tyson was getting, back then in the 90s, he got like $20, $30 million purses. These dudes have been in the business for years. You don't think they know, you know, the economy of boxing and the landscape of how much a fight, you know, can generate? And it's probably even more fruitful than in the 90s because social media helps boost the fights up. You know, there's just different things. There's just different outlets to make money. You got different advertisers. The economy, you know, people want to be a part of these big fights. That's why you see the WBC, they make a belt. If it's a big fight, Conor McGregor, they'll make the fucking Lucky Charms belt just to be included in the fight, even though they're, you know, a boxer versus MMA. You know, this is a special edition snakeskin diamond encrusted Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. A magically delicious fucking belt. You know, so come on, it's business. So I never understood why people question Al Heyman being able to come up with $50 million, but he came up with $32 million for Floyd multiple times as a guarantee and $100 million at least 2 times. Floyd showed you the checks. It's on his Instagram. So what we talking? So you mean 2 knockout artists in the heavyweight division in a fight that fans are clamoring for? You know, they can't come up with some money for Joshua with all their resources. Now, they're not going to give anyone just $50 million at this point. But for Joshua, having the belts and the name and the event, they would. Stop it, bro. But either way, it was up to Joshua to call their bluff and say, hey, I take it. I'll fight you in America. And then if he got, you know, to the nitty gritty and the devil in the details or whatever he's talking about, and then he found out they could, bro, why wouldn't you take it? If someone says, okay, listen, if someone says, hey, take me to the store, I'll give you $100, right? I'll give you $100. And you're like, that's it? You just want me to run you to Walmart? And they're like, yeah, I'll give you $100. And Walmart's only 0.6 miles away from where you live. That, I mean, who wouldn't research it? Like, okay, show me the money. And then he like, okay, I'll put the money right here. And then once you take me, you can keep it. And you're going to say, oh, no, I don't believe you. I'm not taking you. Come on, you obviously going to research it. Someone you know, not no crackhead, not like this, not like some random person, but a friend said, hey, I got to get to the airport. It's 2 miles down the way. I'll give you $150. I'd rather pay you than an Uber, blah, blah, blah. You're like, no, I don't believe that you're capable. You know, I don't think you make enough hourly at your job to facilitate paying me $100. You're going to look into it, bro. That's the storyline, especially as a two businesses. Like, what they act like Al Heyman is fucking Gator from Jungle Fever or whatever. You know, like he's just gonna dip off like, hey, I'll give you $50 million. Sign here. And then Josh was like, it's mod and signs. And then Al Heyman's just gonna be like, all right, he signed. Gotcha, bitch. Like, and then just not give him his money. Bro, come on, bro. We're talking about legal contracts and lawyers involved. Stop playing with me, bro. You know, he gonna do a Dave Chappelle and just be like, oh, so you signed right here on the dotted line. The ink is dried. Gotcha, bitch. And he's just gonna trick you. Like, stop it. Patriots Rob Gronkowski announces his retirement. That's weird. Why would he retire? He just got a ring. He's just like, fuck it. He kind of young. That's weird. He said, Mom, I'm a crackhead. Hey, y'all tripping with this movie. And Joshua, yeah, that's the thing. Joshua felt embarrassed. He had to save face because he did that IFL interview in the dressing room. He was like, tell you what, this ain't it's 100 mil. Give me 50 mil. I'll take it tomorrow. And then they called your bluff and came with what you asked for it. And then you try to switch it. No, I'm not going to sell my soul. The devil in the deep. No, that's not what you said. Stop it. You said, and he was confident because he didn't think they would come. See, that's why you have to be careful what you wish for. Got to be careful what you wish for. You know, just like Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia said, I could beat Spence. You know, he's good, but I'm better in every category and I'm stronger and blah, blah, blah. And I see something. You asked for it and then it didn't pan out for you. Joshua did that, but he didn't see it through. He asked for 50 million, but he didn't see it through. Once it got real. And then they started, like, you know, they try to rely on little semantics and shit. Why does Wilder send it through email? Like, who cares? If you're going to get your money, you're going to get your money. Like, why do you care who sent it? And if they sent it, they probably just want Wilder to feel cool and send it. Who cares? It's your obligation to look into it and, you know, make the right move for your fighter, especially when that's what he wants. He has back and knee problems. I didn't know it was so bad he had to retire, though. So, you know, either way, it's your obligation to look into something. Like, if I'm in the classifieds, I'm looking for a job, and it's like, okay, this job is 10 to 15 hours, and it's in the industry that I want, then it's my job to look into it. You know, how do I apply? Go to their website, blah, 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 period. Anyway, I'm out. Holla at the boy. We working. New media death.